Check, check. Yeah. क्या है? TCT. ये वाला.
Do our best as a team, and we'll play uh, what we usually do in scrims. Yeah.
Great stuff is what you do in scrims. But congratulations once again. Thank you for the interview, NDG. Now, that was NDG for the post-match interview, and we are going to head off to a short break. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Global Esports and PaperX are taking the stage. We'll see you on the other side.
When we are apart, I will remember the summer. Remember when everything was bright and new.
किसका मैच? ये बस PaperX. PaperX ने किसका का नाम बता दो. मेरा काम है. मैं देखने बैठा हूँ.
I just want you to be more patient because these guys just play contact. So
Okay, Team Supreme, we need you guys on the stage now. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Tara, let's go.
Tara, tara.
let's go, let's go.
Pulsar. Này bên dưới nó Pulsar đâu? À đấy nè. À thế cả nào.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Easy. Off. यार देखिए नहीं करेंगे. मोमो को डाल देना 50% off.
立ち日グループ100周年。私たちは愛する立川にかつてないワクワクや感動に出会う場所を作ってきました。そして今大きな夢の実現に挑戦しています。立川と世界を文化、芸術、スポーツでつなぐ。私たちが愛する立川を世界に愛される都市に。立川と世界をつなぐ。立ち日グループ。
Popularity बढ़नी चाहिए अभी. ये तो है. इंडिया में नहीं खेल सकते यार लास्ट कैसे कंप्यूटर में डॉक्टर बनते पहले बता इससे आता था मॉडल 3 का अब मैं
Red Bull gives you wings.
वही लेना था ये ब्लैक आउट ये मैंने कहा यार Vct वाले स्पॉन्सर है ना लेकिन पैरेट कंपनी बता दो आची ही वही तो मेरा कदा स्पॉन्सर है नाम है तुम्हारा एनटी को मेरा हां स्पॉन्सर था भाई एनटी भी था बीएनटी में मेंटेनेंस है ये मैं चलिए क्या लगता है कौन सा मैप मिलेगा कौन निकलेगा मैंने आइस बॉक्स मैंने बता दिया था पिछली बार कि कब आइस बॉक्स लगा भी तो भी किया वो जीरो हारी ये हेटर देख लो सच्चाई है वो जूम कर ले उसके हिटर नहीं जब डॉक्टर बनेगा तो ऐसा करना जाके फिर तो सर डॉक्टर देखना उसका नहीं भैया डॉक्टर बनने मत देना उसको ज्यादा सपोर्ट मैंने किया अभी क्यों बोल रहा है हारी स्किल डिफरेंस है उनकी टीम 4 साल साथ में खेल रही है प्रैक्टिस में लोग एनर्जी स्ट्रांग है ये 20 साल बच ऐसा नहीं फाइटिंग है फाइट
Welcome back to VCT Pacific Stage 1. Team Secret took the first series of today, and now we are going to watch Paper X face off against Global Esports. And this is going to be very exciting. They're going to face up their old teammate, Benkai.
Now, hello, Russ. Paper X wounded by Team Secret last week. So, is GE going to make it worse for them?
Yeah, for sure. We've come here to play and we're going to give them some headshots.
Oh, give them some headshots. Is that how you're going to counter their W gaming?
Yep, for sure.
Alright, we're expecting some salt in the wound.
Okay. Yep. Headshots definitely would take down an opponent, so I'm glad that is part of his strategy here. Now, we're looking at the roster. They finally got their first win against RRQ in a 2-0 just 2 days ago.
Yeah, a very commanding fashion, right? And I think that was a very meaningful win because you brought together everything that fans have been asking for, right? Blaze King starting to pop off. Polvi starting to really be that impactful entry. I mean, the calling being a masterclass, getting absolutely all the reads against RRQ. Benkai starting to be a bit more fluid, a bit more active on the team as well. I mean, this was all a very, very good setup from GE. And I think they should be happy because that's probably what they were working towards this entire year starting from kickoff.
Yes, that's right. And, with lightning fast, consistently performing, especially on that stage. Now, we are going to see how Paper X is doing. They also faced their first loss on the, on the Converse side. So let's see how they're feeling today.
Breeze? Like, no way. Hello. Well, Mind Freak, where did everybody else go?
They're going to eat
Okay.
downstairs.
Are you not eating today?
Nah, I'm still full, so...
Okay. Well, Global Esports actually said, you know what, they're gonna spray some salt in the wound, make it sting today for you guys. Anything you want to say?
I honestly don't care about it, so whatever you say, bro.
Okay, whatever you say, does not matter.
Oh, so cold, so cold.
Are you guys cold? It's so like it's so cold in this room. Mind Freak with the the lines, and you know what? And Mindfreak with the 3Ks too. It doesn't matter win or lose for that game. Mindfreak is always doing something pretty nutty, and it's probably attributes to his very chill demeanor. Hope Paper X isn't too food coma though, because they will again be going against a former teammate here. Let's talk a bit about the the reintroduction of Jing. He looked really good at the start of stage 1, but it was a little different last time against Team Secret. That's right.
You could say that was the short honeymoon phase for Paper X here. They're like, Jing's back. Let's do our very best. Or they were just, in sync at the very start. A couple of series.
Oh, bro, VCT crash. YouTube VCT server crash. Oh,
Went by, and as you mentioned, once they head up against Team Secret, there was just something that maybe wasn't really working. And I'm just gonna throw it out there because Will always likes to do it. Something wasn't really working at some point.
Especially for global esports. I predicted global at least once. Will has as well, but only you, Asterai, have predicted all 3 of their matches correctly so far.
Yeah, it's more of, I felt like, because you were talking about how everything was coming up the way of global, in the sense that their specific pieces were finding their identity, and that was kind of mixing together. Talked about how Polvi was maybe getting out of his strut that
Guys, I don't know क्या हो रहा है ये. Guys, इसका तो नेट सही चल रहा है स्ट्रीम का.
They came close that very first match in stage 1. And you could tell they had really good ideas, but they just couldn't quite tighten up the execution and making it come to fruition here. But they're looking better now. And Paper X, again, not looking as good as they were in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, actually, I'm glad that Mindfreak's being highlighted here, because I think Mindfreak's been the consistent factor for Paper X's stage 1, right? Whether all of them are performing well or not, whether it's a map win or a loss, Mindfreak's been very steady. He still has that clutch factor coming back online here in 2024. He's really still fulfilling his role, taking control of the areas that he's been assigned to on the map. But boy, I mean, talk about lightning fast. What a turnaround in his overall career, right? Finally being given that starting lineup shot. And I know we talk about this every match they play, but he just continues to get better every time. I mean, when have we seen Lightning Fast having a better stat board overall than Mindfreak, in terms of kind of overall average across the board? I mean, Lightning Fast is looking sharp.
Yeah, even if you don't look at the stats specifically, just watch the games that Lightning Fast has played. He's been kind of like the everyman for global esports here. He gets those frags, he gets the punish on the multi-kills, he's able to kind of just get those big lurks. It opens things up for global esports. He's basically done everything that global esports has needed for him, and then they started winning, which is, double on double kind of advantage for global.
Oh, absolutely. Lightning Fast has been so crucial for his team, consistently performing. And we're looking at the map ban picks here, and global esports is quite amazing, especially in Icebox.
Yeah, I mean, their Icebox looks really, really good. Lightning Fast also just lights up on that map. I mean, it's a 100% win rate so far, despite the overall match losses they've had. But a lot of people were asking me when they saw the talent predictions go out on social media, like, what in the world are you cooking? This is honestly the big part of it, right? I think GE, the map they're most afraid of, is the map that Paper X is always going to feel very comfortable on that bind. You ban that out, you're not really worried about any of the other maps in terms of confidence level. Yeah, you haven't won on all of them, but, obviously the Icebox feels good. They've always been happy to play the Ascent. They're very okay to play the Sunset. I mean, I think GE absolutely has the edge in this draft.
Yeah, in terms of map pool, yeah, I actually completely agree with you. We're looking at our coaches here, Spin and Alex. Alex not wearing his signature blue hoodie, which is white.
Is that Leviathan hoodie? Or Paper X hoodie?
This Paper X.
Okay, sorry. For some reason,
It's very confusing with the colors.
Yeah. So I have very bad eyesight. But
That would be interesting if he was, but no. I know Depp is carrying a Lev classic, right?
He's been going with the left bando for the shout out. But it's going to be the Breeze map. So obviously that's a map that Paper X still doesn't feel like they've quite figured out here with the current player lineup that they have. No big surprise. Trying to figure out what Jing's going to play on that map. And G, they've been happy to play it. That leaves the Icebox open. I mean, Sunset and Icebox, I think G is very happy about these first two maps.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. They've shown, I believe, on Sunset when they were going up against Bleed, was it? Or T1, I think. That, again, they had the capability to really throw out more aggressive teams. So that's something that, GE, knowing now that they also have been playing a lot more counter strat here, is going to be good. Coming into Split, I'm not entirely sure. So maybe coming into the series, they want to get that quick 2-0, because also they haven't really shown how, big of a stamina they really have as a team for now.
Now, we've seen Sunset, we've seen Paper Rex look amazing on Sunset, but those amazing Sunset days were with Monette when he was still on the roster. We saw them lose for the first time on stage 1 when they were playing with Jing.
Yeah.
Where they switched to from a Sage to a Raze.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, the Raze, they played with this very similar, if not, I think, the identical comp back in the offseason as well with Jing, and it looked good then. Obviously, a little bit looser play. Everyone's still trying to figure out Sunset back then. But it looked messy, right? I mean, Jing's kind of flying into his death a lot of these times. He's not winning his duels. The setup quite isn't there. Meanwhile, GE, I mean, an absolutely humiliating loss against Zeta Division at the start of the season. But they have been tooling the Sunset all throughout the offseason. You've seen them play it at various events. They've been tooling it, and that was absolutely, again, humiliating, devastating. Surely they've worked on this, and I think they've also picked up a lot of the weaknesses of Paper X watching what Team Secret showed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those is, again, our question about if something really, truly should be on that Gecko. We saw how, sure, he was setting things up. He's still a threat with the operator, but you do kind of miss him being on certain duelists, just to kind of give him that extra mobility, just so that he's more of a threat that can get out of the sticky situations, because once he starts to get kind of swarmed in by the opposing team, he really has no kind of out, as that kind of first contact player.
Yeah, and when one of the players on Global Esports is ex-Paper X, one of the original gang, one of the longest members for a while before he switched over to Global, being able to, having that double read on Paper X and how they operate, because, this is the same team that he's been with.
Yeah, and obviously he got to kind of watch them from behind as well once something joined the squad, right? He was still with the squad for the majority of VCT Pacific last year. So you got to imagine Benkai now being more active in the calls for GE. He knows the tendencies of these players. The entire coaching staff is going to having been studying them. I mean, Russ, obviously his prep has been second to none. I think GE is in good hands today.
Now let's pull up those predictions. Now, I realize it sounds a bit doom and gloom for Paper X, and even though all the data and the map pool and everything says, maybe Global might have the better shot here, it's so crazy because it's Paper X. And when it comes to Paper X, Astra, why are you still sticking with this vote?
I think it's Coach Frost that kind of best described it, where Paper X is a team that just likes to play super dirty in the sense that their contact is their best play, right? It doesn't feel like you can read them out. They just go in, W gaming, go for those super aggressive plays that only they can do because they have high fragging players, and then it still works for them. So I feel like, again, pound for pound, they still have that massive fragging capability that is just kind of going to be overwhelming here for Global.
So I think the key thing here is not just their fragging ability, because all the teams have really high potential for that, is that they need to play together. We saw them play on Sunset, and that was the first time we kind of saw them not have that hive mind sort of play when that controlled chaos.
It already looked out of sync on the Icebox before that as well.
It did.
I mean, that whole day, I think it was a combination of Team Secret having the reads, and then also Paper X not playing together as a team. I mean, all the players made a lot of mistakes on that match. But I think the counterpoint there is now G's figured out where they perform best in terms of fragging power, right? It's not about going in and going for the flicks, anything like that. It doesn't have to be flashy. You know, let Pawrty be a little bit more comfortable in the roast. Don't have him just go in, have to do the whole Jing thing where he flies in and gets triple kills. Set him up for success. Wait for Paper Rex to aggress on you because you know they're going to take contact. I mean, Team Secret showed you how to get a read, how to make them uncomfortable. GE, I think, has the best chance to take down Paper Rex for the first time today.
Yes, absolutely. The stars have sort of aligned for them for exactly this moment. That said, Paper Rex always pulls through in the most interesting of circumstances, and I do know it is going to be a bit of a friendly rivalry facing against their old teammates, Benkai over there on the other side. So I'm sure they both are feeling very emotional coming into this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I mean, everything, all the stats, everything, it points to Paper Rex. I just think this is the best shot there.
क्या बात कर नहीं खिलाया उसको इस तरह से स्विच कर ली टीम जी आ गया जी फाइटिंग आ गया फ्लैश हो गया भाई सर्वर ओह माय गॉड पूरा इंडिया आ गया देखने आज लाइक दे दिया गया लाइव स्ट्रीम में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही लाइव स्ट्रीम बढ़िया जा रही है
on the floor. Sunny, itchy, sticky, swishy. Watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone. Yeah, yeah. Go to the fire, the breath.
Now we're on week 3, welcoming Global Esports and Paper Rex.
Oh, this is going to be a big one. I mean, for GE as well, right? If they win, they can still be in some good contention in that alpha group for playoffs. They get another championship point as well, leading up to champions only 100 days away. But Paper Rex kind of in similar dire situations, quite frankly.
Lore-wise, Benkai, he was, again, benched in a way that he has never played on a Masters with Paper Rex last year, and then once he joined onto Global Esports, he never faced Paper Rex alongside them. This is the first time that he's going to have an encounter with his previous team. So much is on the line, not just for the playoffs, but also, I think, for just, you know, the reputation and, I guess, the want to win against Paper Rex is here.
Absolutely. You can't imagine going from a team like Paper Rex to Global and, you know, just how they were perceived reputationally. But still, Benkai looks like he's in really good spirits. You can see them right there doing the little circle game.
Yeah, the game. Well, you can't talk about the game. It's the game, right? We can't talk about it. But Benkai looking more comfortable on stage. He definitely didn't seem in his element in the first couple matches, but Coach Spin talked about it as well with us, where he's getting into the flow of things in terms of the comms, being a lot more proactive there. I think that's alleviating a lot of pressure from Russ. I mean, even Lightning Fast, he's now able to focus more on his fragging. Again, the best chance for GE. And Paper Rex is going to know that, right? They're not going to let this go easy. They should not be underestimating this team just based on record.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely not. I gotta say, these two teams are probably the top 3 craziest jerseys here in Pacific. All right, we are gonna go into our first map between these two teams, Global Esports and Paper Rex. Let's go over to our casters, Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Yep, time to go into the second game, and frankly, I agree with a lot of what the desk was saying. You know, Paper Rex not looking like themselves, not looking like the team that we have come to expect in their last matchup, and it feels like right now, Global Esports, they have a chance to strike.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Will said it perfectly. This is their opportunity. This is their moment, and if they can get it done here, it's going to be super impressive, and you're going to start to have concerns for this Paper Rex roster. Yeah. You know, coming back to the same roster that brought them so much success last year, is that going to be replicable this year? I don't know. We're going to find out today. I think this is kind of the first step forward towards, you know, seeing this Jing, you know, reintegration. Is it going to be able to be what we saw in 2023?
We'll have to see how things go as we get ready to jump on a sunset for our first map in this series. Closed out Team Secret versus Detonation there. We're going to go right back into it, but it's big change-ups across the board here. Global are going to be going for a duelistless comp, kind of taking this away from Paper Rex, whereas Paper Rex, they're saying, hey, Forsaken, keep playing the other agents that you know, we don't really see from you too often. Going for Breach now, Divide over onto the stage, so no Cypher for either team. But Jing, of course, going to be sticking with the race.
Yeah, and we have seen the Sage from Divide previously on this map a while ago. So he's bringing it back out, and I like the way he pilots it. It's using that wall to give them a little bit more comfort on the B site. You could throw the flashes over it. You could potentially throw some flashes through it. So the real question is here, how do you adapt to what GE is going to be doing, starting on their defender side with the KJ in there as well, not the Cypher. So going to be some different setups for those nanos and things like that that Paper X is potentially going to have to account for, or maybe they're just going to fly past them and it won't even matter.
Well, we shall see as we get into the action. Global, new composition. Is it a new look? The stats that we flashed up on screen, obviously fairly damning as far as Global's one performance on this map thus far in the season.
And to be fair, it was against kind of an unexpected comp that came out of Zeta with the Phoenix that kind of left them completely scratching their heads at every choke point. They were getting shut down. So definitely going to be showing a very, very different look here. Looking for maybe some mid-aggression from GE. We're expecting mid-aggression from Paper X. We know they cut through towards Market on their pistol on their attack side the last time we saw them on this map. So
crunch.
They're thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, they get hit by the Dizzy, so this is a Paper X that is doing their diligence, taking their time, and not going to fall for this, but they are just going to start pushing right through, and I don't know if Paper X is going to be ready. Nano right on the plant spot where you'd expect, next to that Sage wall that's likely to go up here.
Well, everybody now pushing forward here through Market. 0 point goes out. Paper X not really able to take any space here on the site. Some util out on the side of GE. A little bit of damage across there on the Polvi. Now they're just going to cut their way across over into the A site instead.
Yeah, this is a good call here from Paper X. Didn't like what they saw. Didn't get comfortable enough to put the wall up. So it's just like, well, let's try the other side, grab another orb for our troubles, and see if we can get into a more comfortable post plant. And certainly they are, and of course it's Paper X, so got to do some wall riding.
Boosted up on top here. Segment does get broken. There's the Dizzy. Mind Freak have the drop down. Or rather, sorry. Devi have the drop down, as Devi will be able to find one. Russ going to be taken out. Lightning Fast as well. Dead. Jing claiming one before falling there to Polvi's hands. And Ben Kai versus Old Squad to try to clutch things out. It's two, but cannot get that third final.
God.
Paper X will take the pistol.
You got to be encouraged if you're a Paper X fan and what you just saw in that round. No, just kind of go with the plan and don't change your ideas.
क्या हो रहा है यार? लाइफ में होता है। लैग हो गया तुम्हारे अरे स्ट्रीम चल रही बढ़िया नहीं पेज लैग हो गया ज़्यादा सपोर्टर्स आ गए जी से बंद करके चालू करना पड़ेगा मैच के बीच में होता है मैच के बाद में होता है
3 very fast kills. Paper X move up 2-0.
I almost just marked the round for GE on my score sheet because Ben Kai's the first name on there. And I just was like,
that's Paper X.
He plays on Paper X. No, not anymore.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, clean stuff here from Paper X. Turning up the pace this round. Able to get their guns where they need to be. Devi catching the flash out from Russ.
Yeah. Nice.
Damage going to need to be dealt here by GE. Get themselves back into this. Dizzy up and over once again. Lightning Fast going to keep himself hidden in Market. No presence revealed. Polvi going to try to counter flash.
Oh my God. Blaze King coming up big, looking for the third. Can't quite make that happen. Mind Freak does manage to get himself out of there. Something going to be noted. Still playing forward there by the 0 point. Overall, very solid opening to the round. 2 kills for Blaze King. And now the heal forced out of Devi onto Mind Freak just to get him back up to 100.
Yeah, nice set piece there. One of those traps that teams love to run. Throw some flashes, throw a Dizzy in there, and then set up your Omen to do some damage. Of course, no duelist, but the Omen will do. A lot of former duelists now playing the Omen, so still a powerful agent in anybody's hands. I do see a lurk here from Mind Freak. I'm curious if he's going to be able to do some damage. Yep, there it goes.
Pawrty does get taken down. Solid opener. Don't have to worry about that Gecko util now. Back end of this fight. Something. Able to find one. Thrash at the ready. Sends it. Knows exactly where he's at. And that's going to be the detain. Oh, the only question left is what does he do? Well, it's just going to be a swift knife.
भाई पेपर एक्स रिवेंज लिया बैंकाई के साथ bro. Chill.
Bonus conversion.
I mean, this is when Paper X gets really scary on this map, is when they can start funneling these Thrashes into something really quickly. It's definitely part of their game plan, where they want to get those ults rolling. They are very cognizant of the ult orbs. Something some teams have been able to identify and deal with, and you know, maybe saw it at the beginning of this round, but still. Just a wry little smile and a laugh from something.
No love lost between the two players, but also no mercy shown by something. Slow orb off the rip. It's going to be the take there, trying to get the ult orb ready to go. Smoke comes down. Looks like Paper X. Very much like DFM, wanting to just keep going to the B side, but there's no Cypher on the opposite side, so they don't have to worry about getting gummed up as they go on the entry here.
Yeah, and look at this. They're planting for the corner to avoid these nanos and some of the utility. Still have to get it down. The wingman was stopped. Comes the showstopper.
Up and over the top of flash timing. Pretty good. Jing slowed up there for a moment, but Divide still able to find Benkai. Spotted out Russ. Lightning Fast playing forward. Does find the opposing Sage in the end. Finds himself a second kill. Forsaken does fall, but Jing comes up with two. Something gets Lightning Fast, and we'll be able to get Blaze King on the back end. 4-0 now. Paper X looking strong and still retaining 3 weapons.
I mean, I was seeing that the fans wanted the 13-0 in the last sunset. Please don't tell me we're on our way to one. Divide. Lightning Fast so good on this Sage. Usually on Icebox, of course, we've seen it quite often, but you know, like Spin was saying in our interview with him the other day that, you know, when they can get Lightning Fast to just not think, to just react, to just let the game come to him, is when he's at his best. So I like the change up here from GE, putting Lightning Fast on that agent. I'm already seeing a little bit of value out of it, where he can just focus on fragging out, throw a few slow orbs here and there, maybe a wall. But already, timeout has to come through. As Paper X is seemingly able to recover from a poor outing previously, and right back into jigging something, running at you and gunning at you. And that's tough for anybody to go against. Every team in the world that's faced them has had to deal with it.
Like you said, Lightning Fast, try to just get into a flow state. You don't have to think about the game too much, but
caution here.
If the name of the game is turn your brains off and just frag, it's a tough ask to try to outdo Paper X.
They are the best at it.
As far as just brain off play.
They are the best at it. Divide has his res already. One away from it is Lightning Fast though as well, so to counter as his Jing just going in quick. He's got the spot. Oh my god.
Thought that he was on the opposite side.
ये 5-0 राउंड है ये सेम राउंड था आपका 5-0 हो भी गया वो तो
to at least try to get the rest of these ults online.
Oh, and this is when Paper X starts to get scary, when they're able to just run at you with their utility. Jing's able to blast pack on the back of those flashes and start running you down. Of course, it is a weaker buy, so not a lot to be taken out of it, but we've seen a couple rounds in a row now. The pace has been turned up, so Pawrty going to be able to get into his operator on the Gecko.
हाँ भाई
get some value out of it here early. Paper X and that Dizzy smoke up as well. It's not going to catch anything.
Both line across, try to slow up the approach here. Lightning Fast still gets in. He's able to get away with an elimination, so something is going to be brought back in here from the res. And But a counter spread to try to stop them running in. In the meantime, Blaze King noted, taken down over on this A side. Mind Freak to just open things up. Paranoia just in case, checks the corner. Nothing spotted thus far. For now, the A site absolutely wide open here for the side of Paper X.
They're gonna try to contest this as best as they can. He's getting out ahead of it. Something just takes him down.
Finding the elimination. Russ able to find one, looks for a little bit more, but now he's going to be detained as that Thrash built back up. Something getting that one online very rapidly. Spike now ticking away. Spoke about the dissipate. A big attempt there, so they can get a little bit of damage, but still finds like fast in the end. And now once again, he's all down to Benkai. Worry about a flank. Doesn't have it, but it would be a pretty bold investment. Knows where they both are, but now he's down to 6 HP, and as he swings out, will just get finished off. 6-0. Paper X carrying on. And something says, ooh, and off.
Yes, please. We'll take that any day of the week. And yeah, Mind Freak been so impactful this year for Paper X. Having tremendous performances, winning those battles against a really tough opponent in Blaze King. That 1v1 so crucial there for Paper X to open up the angle for the rotate. Very nicely done. But now you have every ult, literally every ult for GE. It has to be here. It has to be this round.
But you also don't want to have to use all of them just to be able to get on the board.
That's true.
It's okay. Mind Freak does get spotted, but oh, that is some Kobe beef right there. Being able to find the headshot on the Polvi, and the spiral continues.
Oh boy. I mean, what do? You're just not on point with your shots. You're going to lose those battles. It's not great. Russ is going to get noted by the Dizzy. And over to A we go. Relatively free. Russ is there. Does have a no command, but I mean, again, you're already down 3-5. Are you going to invest in ult here, or are you going to try to risk it? You almost feel like you have to.
I think if you find any kind of pick, then sure, but at this point, not having any eliminations.
And look at Devi there, being aware of the potential res. Yeah, they have to save. Devi making sure that the player that fell in mid couldn't be rezzed, so good awareness from Paper X today. They look like a completely different team today. This is the Paper X we're used to seeing.
Yeah. Right now it's just a David and Goliath battle, but David forgot his sling. Paper X, they want to crush them. They are on the hunt, inching their way forward, trying to see if they can take any of these weapons out of their hands. And Russ will be able to find one. Jing poking and prodding takes him down to 66. Looks like they will be able to stand their ground. Some kills, some credits here on the back end. But no ults gained because obviously still have them all.
Yeah,
so it's now 7-0.
So many ult points just thrown into the nether. Now you have Jing with a showstopper again. Forsaken one away from a Rolling Thunder. With how proactive Paper X is about getting these ult orbs, not a lot as GE, especially without a duelist to gain space that you can do necessarily about challenging these ult orbs, other than the A1, you know, using those flashes, using the paranoias to try to contest that space. But, you know, this one should be relatively free. Gonna let something lead the charge with his op. Looking for a player out of position, but so far Benkai lightning fast, tucked in nicely, not revealing their presence. Just waiting in util.
Boombot slowed up, but ultimately it's the orb that Paper X want the most. Grab that and they start backing away.
Yep, this is, I mean, they're so smart today. Mind Freak, though, gonna lose that one to Polvi. Nice one tap.
Very crispy shot. Rolling Thunder, though, coming through. Mosh gonna be invested as well. Quick exit around the back is Showstopper chasing into market, sends it, and Forsaken is able to take down.
Mind Freak, though, gonna lose that one to Polvi. Nice one tap.
Now they don't have anything to really clear out something. Double detain? No, gets out. If Russ, if you hit that shot,
I would lose my mind.
Welcome to Optic, you're on the team. Wingman now going for the defuse. Paranoia trying to disrupt this one. Interrupt on the defuse, but now taking over as they will just be able to hold this one. All the way up this round, getting away from Paper Rex a bit. Global will finally get themselves on the board, and only at the cost of lightning fast.
Yeah, really nice stuff here. Not taking too much damage. I mean, the showstopper did open up the angle for Forsaken, but other than that, it's just slow, cautious play. Finally, somebody's able to stop Mind Freak on those duels. And that's huge. And then Little Bro starts the defuse. Made it pretty easy there with the follow-up. Just able to keep that Odin in check. Did enough damage to Divide that he had to pull off the angle. Good patience from GE. Thank God. We're going to make this at least a little bit closer. Still, though, you have something there with that op. Yep, Benkai wise to it.
Backing away, Faultline does get the catch, but stuck in behind the corner, and Slow Orb will just go ahead and further keep Paper X at a bit of a pause. Oh, flash out, yep. Forsaken able to find one. Rusted Lightning Fast, though. Great return fire.
This lightning fast, Ula is
to get that second elimination. The res now coming through, but something finding the off shot. Swaps over to the Sheriff. Gets the headshot in. Benkai taken down. Jiggle peek to see if he can spot more. And Blaze King this time.
Enemy remaining.
Johnny on the spot. Gets the headshot to take him down. Now it's all on Mind Freak. TP's over to the side. Here's it. Knows that. Just that Guardian on the opposite side, but Phantom now picked up. Polvi having to poke and prod.
नहीं मार सकता
यार,
उनकी किस्मत खराब है.
Freak just continues to swing out. And something about him sat over at B main. These clutches continue to come to fruition. 8-1, Paper X maintaining control.
He's so brilliant. He understands the timing, the angle so well. Knows his opponent has a Guardian, so he's able to kind of time his move there. Something with just a brilliant idea. The wall got broken open. He hits the op shot, knows that the res had just come through. Can just swing in with the Sheriff and get the headshot. So smart. Polvi is going to go for an op. No armor, the glass cannon. Paper X not going to have an op for this round, but it doesn't feel like they need it.
Blaze King gets away from that one. Unscathed, takes down Jing. Solid counteraction. Good with the op shot this time around. The dynamic duo now taken away. Global in a very good position to try to find a second round win.
Trying to spread the map a little bit. Mind Freak. I want to smoke out. Check the market. Device swinging over to help. Something can sit here with the spike and remain. See if this is some kind of diversion attempt by Mind Freak and Devi to pull the forces away. With that Dizzy up and over, still keeps a few members of GE over on this side, and they can afford to just wait this out, have the numbers advantage. Don't give anything up for free. That's definitely a big part of the game right now. Devi either knows or heard that alarm bot. Yep, heard it.
It's only has Thrash again.
Yeah. He gets a lot of them on this map sometimes.
30 seconds
Swarm
left.
sent. TP forward here from Mind Freak to take some space on the site. Spike now brought in. Thrash a check and gets cleared out just in time to stop Benkai. But the wall off. Trying to lock Mind Freak in here. Swings out. It's going to be good for one. Sorry, Devi. I'm getting baited by the camera on the bottom. Causing some confusion for me. Apologies. Anyway, Devi alive. Something as well. Pop flash swing to the site here.
Oh no.
2 1-taps. Rusted Benkai take it down. Something with a third swings out. But just can't quite get that fourth. Blaze King will be able to keep them in this round. Get that win online. For the rest of GE, it's still just destruction. It's not clean, and it's not banking up cash.
Did get the op as well. So able to recover the power weapon for Polvi. Nicely done by GE. Again, stymieing Jing. Oh, Jing just a little bit ahead of that Dizzy. Makes it easy enough for Blaze King to line up the angle.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh, got the dink right out the walk. That's crazy.
It's narrow margins, but got it done. Up still in hand. Obviously was recovered. Pawrty now checking, sends out that shot. No connection though. Something. Still pushing forward. And I mean, because of what the 4K that he got.
Yeah.
It's just 2 more charges for a Thrash.
Yeah. He's
just used it in the last round.
Yeah, he's 14-3 total right now. He's having an absolutely bonkers map, and now Blaze King under pressure again. He's able to
heard, noted. Blaze King still winning out here versus Jing. That's the next teleport ready to go. Get caught here in that mosh. As spots out something, but something's still able to win out the fight. Down to 11, but the heels come across. Divide. Get him top back up as Mind Freak will find Russ. The site now open. And there it is again. The monster that's going to be haunting GE's dreams at the end of the night if they can't turn this one around. From here, how do you try to play this one out? Spot, kill, lightning fast, dead. The call now to save has to be made. They'll back away. Paper X getting themselves now up to 9.
Yeah, just tremendous follow-up from Paper X. Jing again, not able to get the better of Blaze King. Blaze King gets stuck there. The mosh into the wingman combo. Try to smoke himself off, but just too good as something right now. This is one of the better performances we've seen from him this year. He's had some good ones for sure, but he is really on one today. Making it so difficult. You know, getting those thrashes consistently cycled makes those retakes so difficult. And just not really able to get much comfort at all. Mind Freak, even though he gets dizzy, it's still able to resteady the aim and get Russ. Divide gets up on a wall and this time finds value out of it. And it's what makes Paper X so difficult, is they're so unpredictable.
Right there.
They're not afraid of much. They're going to show you a bunch of different looks, a bunch of different angles. You know, that wall, very different than the one we saw earlier where Divide put himself up by the site. And it's so hard, especially the first time that you go up against them. And this is GE's first time this year. And not going to find the shot. The Jiggle Peek. Good for Paper X to get a little bit of info. 3-man stack at the A main door for GE. They're going to send a one-way and at least consider it, but no contact. Sends them packing in a lightning fast.
I mean, the Dizzy's over the top. He's able to clear that out, but still Flash connecting. Ball coming through, but something. I mean, he knows, he sees everything. He knows exactly where you are and what you're trying to do. He gives you no recourse. As Jing swinging out, finding one, sensing it. Catches Blaze King. Paint shells in. Russ now dead. Jing absolutely on one. And it's like that last round of the half. No sense in saving, but Pawrty, he has something a little bit more to work with. Cancel on that ult, so can't even try to find the relatively free kill onto Mind Freak. Spots one, Forsaken, tags him down to 43. Dizzy bouncing in, shorty shot sent, tries to get the knife across. Oh my God, it's just absolute chaos. This is a flawless round here to close out the half. And our second knife kill of the map.
Yeah. Just
Secret, they're done. They've already played. We didn't get any knives from them.
That's true. Usually it's Tondo Gaming that we're getting the knives from. Now it's Paper X. I mean, usually dinosaur arms are kind of short. I imagine it's hard to knife things, you know.
It's just a really big knife.
Channeling their inner Crocodile Dundee, then.
This has been a half of Valorant so far. 10-2.
It has been.
Paper X just, I mean, granted, look, it is their map pick. It's a new showing of a, you know, a newly adopted composition here for the side of Global. Uncle Aim.
Yeah, that's, is that Meteor? Meteor, show us your sign.
Guy really likes Valorant. What can he say?
Yeah.
He wasn't here watching. He'd just be at home playing.
That's true. Might as well come watch. Oh, man. Yeah, I love Divide. I mean, the way he embraces his inner boomer. Very much appreciate it. Uncle Aim doing a great job here. 11, 6, and 7 on that Sage.
Uncle Aim is pretty good.
He's pretty good. Always been one of my favorite players to watch on Paper X. He's so good at setting up his teammates. You know, usually think of him as a Sky player, one of those tremendous initiators that makes the lives of Jing and something that much easier. But now in the Sage, just creating some opportunities for himself, and looks like we're going to have him on his own. Gets caught by the 0 point, but just going to backpedal and wait for reinforcements. And see GE trying to cut sound, trying to obscure us a little bit, but all of Paper X is on the way.
See over the top, slow orb comes in, all gets split up, and they will be able to find the kill here as the Vi goes down, but now Mind Freak arriving, does get the punish on the lightning fast, but Polby collects 2. Shock built up as Forsaken, able to find the headshot moments before that paranoia comes through. After Shock, towards elbow, pushes them back for the moment. As Polby tries to hold the line here. It's the dink across. He ends something both dangerously low. HP bars leave worse here for the side PRX. Blaze King able to readjust to get the catch here on a Forsaken Jing. Now pushing in. Blaze King shuts that down.
Oh my
Polby
god,
will find
Polby,
the
you are
third. Try to fast track his own Thrash builds as Global also get 3.
Yeah,
nice
great
round.
idea here with the Sage Wall to cut off
D10.
that defender side angle a bit for themselves. And
एकदम
Blaze
ही
King
है.
with a great lurk
अटैक अपना हुआ
over
है.
in towards A main. Works a treat
हाँ.
there.
अभी पहला राउंड हुआ अटैक का. एक राउंड
Somebody
जीत
from
गए.
Paper X is going to try to create an off angle. This wall just
हाँ,
causing
गोलू.
so many problems.
एक
Best
मारा.
part about Sage, is pistol rounds. You can get a
गोल
good
भी बहुत
wall
मारा
up.
इस राउंड.
It's so much harder for your opponents. It certainly does. Polby working that angle so well.
Bottle Sage.
Now, a little bit of pace to
Oh,
this
the
one.
gamble sack from
Yeah,
Paper X.
yeah.
That's
They-
a feels
क्या
bad.
मैसेज है?
Yeah, they chose poorly. But that's okay. It's,
मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
you have some sheriffs though. I mean, you
मैं
never
नहीं
know.
हुई है वो इनकी.
His Paper X.
फिर एक घुस गए इन लोग.
Replant. Just speak
अब
of.
शेरिफ लिए हैं उनके में. जिंग नहीं लिए
Paper X
सब
now.
नहीं लिए.
Gonna be coming all the way through. Alarm bot though. Gonna be there to check it, and then a
हाँ
turret
अपने वाले बुलडॉग लिए.
as well. to
हाँ कोई नहीं
follow
मिलेगा
up
तुमको. बैक
for
से हमारी
Benkai.
टीम वाले नहीं करते.
So he can
आमने
be a
सामने
real
फाइट.
nuisance here along with Blaze King.
Larbot feeling a position of at least one. Fault line through.
आगा Blaze King.
Blaze King just hopping out as now it's
Ah,
just a clear out
crossfire.
on the turret. Divide.
Oh,
Crisp shot.
डिंग दे दिए.
Takes out lightning fast off the rip. Opens up the rest of the team to try to push forward with Russ. Able to find back to
Ding
back.
पड़ता रहेगा.
Maybe even a third. String for now just tucked away within the smoke.
बॉल मत वेस्ट कर.
Divide thinking about sending out the wall.
ये बैठेंगे ना.
Opts not to. It is rather costly, and he will just get taken down. Push out. Blaze King able to find the final 2.
भागो,
Quick
भागो,
TP
भागो. गन नहीं
across.
जानी
Gets
चाहिए.
himself out of the blast
कोई नहीं मरा.
radius. Global not losing out here on the anti-eco. They move up to 4.
Now they got a Thrash as well. Polby doing what something did on the other side, getting that Thrash available very early here in their bonus. Gonna have a couple rifles as well, Bulldogs. So investing into this round, trying to get themselves ever so much closer. Paper X, snappy shots from Russ. That Bulldog, Blaze King there to just lock it down. See if they can get something brewing here. Get this bonus.
Oh yeah!
Absolutely, they can be right back in it.
Oh, for sure. Thrash is available. This game playing forward, just eating that fault line, wanting to be in position to get a punish if that Thrash comes up with any value. Flash through, double swing in, full blind across. Paint shells now to further delay. Lightning Fast just gets tucked up into the corner. Keeps himself safe, follow-up damage not really found. Flash connecting onto 1. Lightning Fast does end up getting picked off. Jing now finding Polby.
Spike down A.
Mild back and forth here, but one that Paper X are very much coming away from. Looking positive here. Benkai ready to try to intercept, but they're just so wise to it.
Man, oh man, Devi.
Balls him off, goes for the jump peek over the top.
Just so smart. That makes the map a little bit easier for you. Less to worry about the Russ, jeez.
Safe ka Russ.
Solid, just dry swing. Comes around the corner, is able to find Jing, gives him a fighting chance here. Creep up around the right-hand side. Weapons can be recoverable to try to upgrade that Spectre for Benkai.
TV2
30 seconds left.
नहीं उनका राउंड था ना तो उनका अपना बोनस
watching the other angle.
कहाँ जीतेंगे
Mindfreak going to be having to do the heavy lifting here.
अगर एक मारा इसने वो मारेगा एक तो जाएगा उनका टीम का
Right on the side, 0 point
नहीं अब
coming
नहीं जाएगा
through is
फंस गया वहाँ
Divine,
पर वो
Divine one, and that's going to be the cleanup from something. The bonus conversion not going to be found. Paper X put their foot down here.
This is just really good stuff from Paper X. Never over-aggressing onto this angle. You know, waiting for all of GE to kind of get stuck in this corner. And able to set up a nice crossfire with Jing and Forsaken. The dynamic duo at it once again. Divide with a brilliant wall.
Russian go something.
So then if they're going to have to cut through there, it's going to give a lot of information over. Really makes your life a lot simpler for Paper X. But so re-aggress towards A. Shut down well. Bunch of util here. Exchanged on both sides.
हाँ ताकि diagonally ऊपर
be taken. No
direct
forward
perpendicular
presence here from
ऊपर
Paper
ताकि
X.
गिरे तो वापस नीचे वापस कर पाएं लोग
Slowing things up and
मैं नहीं
ushering
सिखाया
them
नहीं
away.
सबको
In the meantime, very deep position.
गैको मेन हुआ करता था एक जमाने में अब रेस मेन
Main. Ben Guy.
He loves to do this.
Yeah, suspicious about it.
नहीं
Should be in your mind.
Push.
अगर ये एंगल चेक नहीं किए तो भाई कितने बड़े गधे हो तुम लोग
Here's the footsteps.
उनने वो एंगल ही चेक नहीं किया
Paranoia now.
ऑब्वियसली ग्लोबल हक दिया राउंड खत्म मैच खत्म ही हो गया यहाँ पर राउंड ये वाला
3 players lost in the mix there.
कैसे तुम लोग चेक नहीं करोगे वो एंगल मैं तो हर बार करता हूँ मैं तो हर बार करता हूँ वो एंगल चेक
A little bit back. Still fairly low, but now realistically, where do you try to go? Both players just sat here in mid.
Trying to create.
पीक लेंगे पीक तो लेना ही पड़ेगा
Jing just gonna sneak into that corner and he gets the jump on Blaze King.
Finds it now, knows that Polby is right here, and he's just being hounded from every single angle.
चलो flawless नहीं होगा
Finds one, can't snap on the Jing fast enough though. Will put him down, Forsaken the only casualty in the round, and Paper X now get themselves up to map point.
And now with the showstopper as well, gonna have to be just as cautious. And no duelist for the side of GE means they have to be so methodical with any push they make. So it's going to require utility. It's going to require giving over information to Paper X to make some moves. Hard to be explosive on the back of it. Hard to deal with things when you're not checking that back angle on B main. You know, that's, you see that all the time, Forsaken Mindfreak. Love to hang out in that corner. And just kind of slip the minds of GE. They paid the price.
Our rare sight as Alex smiles in the coach booth. And it's been pretty just breezy here for him.
Saving on our desk budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No need to intervene thus far. But for Global, it's a monumental task, one that seems pretty much impossible. But if you've got the timeout, you may as well send it. Don't want to be like Termy last year.
But look at where they're at now.
It's fair.
Yeah. I mean, definitely sent a few fans into a tizzy at Termy's lack of timeouts. But you never know. Gee, may be able to string a few together, get a little momentum going into Icebox, going into their map pick. Still, again, just checking for anything. Something just looking there with Forsaken, but
gotta be careful. If they make any noise, that showstopper could just come through. All gonna be sent. Forsaken, I mean, still swinging out. Gets tagged low. Jing, in the meantime, finds Russ. Now they're kind of locked into this position. They have to push forward into A. They don't necessarily know that it's only something waiting for them on this site. The rest of the team making their way across. We'll just go for the attacker's approach towards main in all likelihood. The alarm bot is also there to alert. Oh, something distracted by the wingman. Lightning fast, able to find the headshot. 3v4 to try to finish the map right here and now. Otherwise, Global going to be hanging in there. Showstopper sent. Is he getting the connection? Rocket sent in back. Benkai still going to get caught by this one. Polby, he's unable to get on top of him. Divine now counter swings back across. Finds the kill here onto the Gecko, and suddenly it's all on Blaze King. Low HP on Jing. The wall coming up. They're both riding it. And he cannot get the adjustment.
चलो मैच
King
खत्म हो
with
गया
3
पहला.
will get the defuse
अपना
and
मैप
get
आएगा.
the map win for Paper Rex.
They're right back.
अब भजिया बनना है इनका.
Feels like they never left. A great change up in the comp. Works a treat. The Sage Walls give just that little extra edge for Paper Rex. Don't mind what GE was thinking in some ways, but that lack of duelist, that lack of ability to push space, to punish some of your util catches and things like that, it ended up costing. And of course, it's just Paper Rex. They're damn good.
Paper X doing Paper X things, but now we've got Icebox on the horizon for Global to see if they can hang in the series. But for now, we'll pass it back over to the analyst desk.
Paper X doing Paper X things, and we saw not one, but two of the very first knife kills in stage 1 here in Pacific. Oh man, they were out to have some fun, and yes, they completely changed their comp. They hardly used Breach. Very interesting that they pulled that in. Not surprising that they put Divide back on the stage though.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is very much probably a decision to put the Sage in first, I want to say, just because of the success saves they've found with that. Also, the lack of the Sentinel really used to plague them. Obviously, Sage a little bit different in the traditional Sentinel role. But then also the Breach now able to do a lot more setup from long range. You're able to do a lot more long-range support for mid, you know, down A main, things like that. So overall, I like it. I like the comp change over from GE as well, right? Taking a page out of Paper X's book, actually. Moving away from the double controller, though. But it does seem like it needs a little bit more time to cook in terms of the syncing of the utility and maybe over-investment sometimes just to take control of certain parts.
I like the cause and effect for that, you know, the Breach specifically for Forsaken here. You know, you talk about how it can help from long range, and what this kind of does on the composition for Global Esports, now that you don't have a duelist, it kind of slows them down even further. So there was very little, I think, chances for Global to really get into the site before Paper X get there to try to kind of stop them because of how well, you know, Forsaken and Divide have been using their utility to slow them down. And that's what we saw, how, again, kind of lost Global was in the sauce, trying to go in as aggressively as possible, but not really getting that satisfaction or that success that they were kind of hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, also, obviously, you know, Paper X, they lost to a Breach as well when they were playing against Team Secret. We saw the impact that Envy continues to have on that agent on this map. So I think just taking something away from their opponents as well, really continuing to learn and evolve. But most importantly, obviously, for Paper X, a lot more syncing, right? In terms of how they're double peeking, how they're peeking off of each other's util, also just individually looking a lot sharper. Meanwhile, on GE, we didn't see the same level of fire that we saw in their last game. And I would also say, again, you know, how they peek around each of their utility, things like that, just seemed a little bit off, right? Maybe a couple misses from the flashes, things like that, where it's like, I don't mind the composition necessarily, but it's not entirely perfect in consistency.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Did it feel like Paper X was playing not W gaming and they were playing a lot more trappy, just kind of, you know, ratty around the corners, and because of that, Global was kind of expecting a more aggressive Paper X. You saw how on the first pistol round they were kind of just stacked triple on middle and saw nobody from Paper X there, and they kind of felt a little bit lost in terms of the reads.
Sure, yeah, I mean, I think that absolutely has an effect, and I think it's smart of Paper X to do that, right? If I had to pick one team out of their matchups coming into stage 1 that they should watch out for the W gaming, it would be against GE, right? You know that this team is going to try to play clever around you. You know that they're going to try to ante you. So going for a bit of a change, also again with the comp as well, to really benefit that, I think it's a really good prep coming in from Paper X.
Yeah, and it's definitely paid off. This is looking like the sunset that we saw earlier in the year from this team when Manya was still on the team. It looks like Jing is finally fully synced with them and performing the way we know Jing can perform.
I mean, listen, I think it's a little too early, though, right? Even the casters are saying, like, well, it feels like they never left. But that's the thing, is that coming into stage 1, Jing surpassed all of our expectations and being a lot more in sync than we thought he would be in the first couple matches. And then they had a bit of trouble against Team Secret. Now, obviously, you mentioned it earlier, Asterai, head coach Frost from Talon mentioned that it's a bit of a matchup thing probably for Team Secret and Paper X. Yes, historically, that's absolutely true. But, when another team challenges them again, is Paper X also going to get shaken again? I mean, I think it's a little too early to say, have they fully been tested all the way to their limits?
Yeah, I will say, though, at least specifically on a single player here, something that was looking a little bit lost when they played Sunset against Team Secret, and that was our biggest frame of reference because we're back here on Sunset. he's been doing pretty good. I felt like he didn't play the op as much as I thought he was. He wasn't playing the outlaw, you know, when they won that pistol round against Global Esports, because it felt like they were just playing a lot more off of each other, using that SMG to full fruition and so on and so forth, which, again, gave more, I think, options for Paper X without having to put themselves on the line to get those options.
So it's going to be very interesting going into Icebox. They just switched up their comp for Sunset based on, you know, their performance 2 days ago, and they're kind of famous for this, just switching up the comp. Icebox as well. Global is really damn good at Icebox, and you know, there are teams already who've doubted them, picked Icebox thinking it'd be fine, we figure them out, and it turns out they didn't. Paper X, on the other hand, you know, they had 1 win, 1 loss. Are they gonna switch things up? Are they gonna stick to the strat and just learn from their mistakes?
It's a good question. I was thinking about this watching the Sunset, because I think there is a chance that they change the comp, right? Because possibly part of the reason they looked a little broken against Team Secret is the comp wasn't really suiting their comms, right? That could be a two-way street. So could they switch it? Sure. However, I would say that this composition has much less like fundamental weaknesses compared to what we might have been seeing from their previous Sunset. So if they stick with it, again, no big surprise there either. I mean, they both have a Sage as well, so it's not going to be a huge difference. Obviously, the biggest thing is going to be the Gecko versus a KO. I mean, when it comes to single initiator, I'm not sure if I have a strong preference of one over the other.
I think for me, I go the other way. I think Gecko's pretty strong right now, so might as well. Again, because of so many post-plant traps, it's nice to have your wingman as the well, proverbial just punching bag for the other team. So
sure,
that's just kind of something to bring it out there. And we have seen, you know, some teams really just pick it up. It's quite easy to do so.
I like how you kind of were apologetic about calling him a punching bag. You're like, oh, I feel bad about that. But it's true. But it's true, and that's exactly what Wingman is there for. He's your little homie. Now I got a question for you guys. It's time to rank up or de-rank. We're going to figure out how far we can rise or fall. Who is going to be the first player to have their ult online? So not using the ult, but the first ult online. And it's between Benkai or Divai here.
On Icebox.
On Icebox. So it's a very interesting pick. Look at, you're such a...
I know, you know, I gotta...
Never gonna share your answers.
No.
He's like covering his answers.
Did I get this right? Okay.
All right, I hope you guys ready to reveal? Yep. 3, 2, and I think it's gonna be Divai. Of course, Will. So why are you gonna de-rank today?
Because Paper X, I believe, is starting on attack. And obviously, if it goes into an all-out brawl, sure, Divai is going to get a lot of kills. But in terms of like ult orbs and plants, usually it's you know, Forsaken kind of going in with the KO, things like that. Someone at least trying to get the plant first. While Benkai probably going to be holding in Kitchen and B, going to be a little bit safer, might pick up a couple cheeky kills here and there. Could still be available to go for the defuse, things like that. I'm just thinking, you know.
Okay.
In the flow of the map.
I was just kind of thinking the opposite for Benkai here, because he plays on a Sentinel, and usually I kind of see him when he's on Icebox gets pushed back really far. The only way that he's going to be able to charge up his ulti is just by dying for the most part, you know, because it's going to be Paper X flooding into the site. So that's kind of my thought process. Real short and simple.
I agree with that. That this is going to be one of two main circumstances. The other scenario I could see him getting his ult online first as a Sentinel is if he's the last guy standing and he just happens to nail a whole bunch of them in once and gets an orb in the process. But right now,
I mean, this is you guys assuming that Paper X is going to lead in the rounds. Like, you guys are talking as if they're getting the round wins.
Oh, hell yeah.
See, that's where you're wrong.
See,
GE is going to get the defensive round wins, which gives Benkai more opportunities to go for things like the defuse.
Okay.
Simple as.
All right. Okay. I like
these silly people with their assumptions.
What's your rank again? Oh, okay. Silver.
I mean, it's not the lowest.
Don't look, Tactiver.
I mean, it's also the same as the viewers.
Your
I don't know what you're calling the viewers here. I'm just saying.
It's about to be. You're gonna miss with the viewers.
Well, yeah, we are gonna split. That's for sure.
No, that's what I mean. I knew the viewers would rise. You know, they would follow along no matter what, because they also picked the same as us.
Heck yeah.
And now we're gonna find out if these teams have been cooking even more on Icebox. Global doesn't have a lot they need to fix.
Yeah,
on
no,
Icebox.
Global should not be cooking, I would think, and PaperX won't be either. Okay, I mean, no big surprise here. You know, I think, again, fundamentally, this comp is pretty well suited for PaperX. The Sage works out well. If you're not playing the Sage, especially for Jing, I mean, what else are you really going to play here? Maybe the Reyna. I mean, the Raze, I don't mind it. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're not really testing that, at least not in official matches. So for now, we'll stick with the singular Jet.
I will say though, Sage, super good. Not just because of the wall, but rather what the wall gives you in terms of verticality. We've seen so many teams just lose to the other team just because they couldn't really reach top of 410, top of rafters, those kind of situations. So this is really good for both teams.
Oh yeah, I would have actually preferred our guessing game question to be between the two Sages, to be honest. All right, let's go into our second map of this series of Reterra casters, Kilios and Paper Thin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and dive in. See if Global will be able to make this yet another 3-map series.
Yeah, it definitely can. This is a map that PaperX has been struggling on a bit, especially against Team Secret on this attacker side, only able to get 4 rounds total, and 2 of those were the pistol and the eco. So, you know, for PaperX here, looking to have a cleaner attacker's half. Certainly with Jing feeling a little bit more comfortable today, it seems like so far, might be in their favor a little bit more, but GE's been really, really strong on this map. Definitely could be a weakness that they can exploit, in Polvi and his partner Lightning Fast already going on an exploration down tube. There is the turret to check behind. Devi looking to play off of that contact potentially, but nothing found in mid for GE, so it's just a scooch back over towards the A site and potentially going to play a little bit of retake here. We'll see.
Clear out on that 0 point. Shots across,
he's
trying to break down this Sage wall.
Spike planted.
So up close and personal.
There, it's Forsaken going to be taken down.
Oh my god, Polvi! Oh my god, Polvi!
Does get taken out. It's all on something with
ये
just
map
the
तो नहीं
classic
होता
in
तुम
hand
लोग से.
versus 4. They'll swing in. And GE, they will now take the lead as far as pistols are concerned and start things off with a nice round win.
Yeah, love the idea on the Flood retake. This has been the MO of a lot of the good teams on Icebox this year across all the regions, where they're going to wait for you to plant on this A site, and then they're going to hit you right away before you can really get comfortable. Although it looked like to me PaperX was relatively ready for it. Just some banger shots from Polvi and company that just break things open. Let's see here, Jing a little bit uncomfortable off that nano. Russ, Polvi, the 1-2 combo. Very nicely done. Able to really isolate those fights nicely. Some good micro movement. There you go, Outlaw for Polvi. We have seen some stellar plays on these anti-eco rounds with that.
Oh, I mean, the man has an incredible play. I think it was either an ace or at least a 4K with the Outlaw on this map playing defender side.
Yep, got up on top of tube and did some damage.
Waiting for it, there it is. Devi taken down. I believe that's the Sheriff now on the floor here for PaperX. As Blaze King's backpedaling, the dash forward, heal comes in. Something will be able to collect the kill.
Oh no.
A little bit of healing coming through as Benkai trying to fish for that kill. Can't quite find it. Something managing to stay alive. Plant now in. Well, up. PaperX, can they somehow hold this one? Nano Swarm to try to force them back off the corner.
Mosh pit.
Mosh goes towards back yellow. He just rotates in, he's behind the box. Something trying to push forward, trying to take some space. For a second, trying to take the gun. Ends up falling. Mind Freak will be good for one. Looks for a little bit more, but can't quite get it done. Polvi with 3 kills now here in the round. The fuse will come through. It's going to be a 2-0 start, and overall, not too bad of an anti-eco here for the side of GE, only losing out on 2 players.
Yeah. See those angles either from pipes or from 410 for Polvi. Really devastating with that Outlaw. So difficult to deal with. To Devi just walking through and it's cut down. Something gets a little overeager through this Sage wall. Maybe seeing if he could find a timing where he could catch him off guard, but didn't fool GE in the slightest. Dude, what? That's unfair. I want to slide guard, but didn't fool GE in the slightest. Dude, what? That's unfair. I want to slide. It's an Outlaw for something as well.
Polvi, I mean, again, just coming up with the goods there. Forsaken taken down. Got double sages in play, so Lightning Fast can just heal him back up. Knives now pulled out, but the dash expired, but something just not checking the side. Just go ahead, dump all the knives, but I mean, already significant damage dealt. 2 kills, Russ gonna be unscouted here, top screen. Fast does go down to divide, lurch forward there against the wall, does find the punish. Jump in, and Pawrty finds 3. Jing eliminated, dashes right back out to safety. Can he do it again?
He's been just so good with that weapon on this map. Understands the angles and the timings. Has great control of the recoil. Gun kicks pretty hard. He's got such a good feel.
Oh my God. Can he do it again? 4K locked in. I mean, this bonus is converted, I think. This divide does something absolutely crazy.
No util to work with.
Mor's coming through. Won't be the ace, but it will be the finisher there. Coup de grace from Blaze King to put him down. As GE will convert this bonus and have a 3-0 lead.
So good from Pawrty. Catches him very off guard in a couple different aspects. And then Mind Freak not really aware that that barrel would stick out enough at that angle. Again, finds one of those tight angles. And then drops down, doesn't move. Something just never ready for it. Hits him in the hand. And then the high-low off the rope. Gonna get Blaze King that final kill. Pawrty now as an operator as well. Let's see if he can continue to make their lives miserable. Stingers, Sheriff, 1 Vandal for something. The hero rifle gonna be in the duelist hands. Look at that, he's just going fishing.
Just trying to see what he can get.
I thought Devi was a fisherman.
He's fishing for an ult, and Grand, I think it's actually very funny for William's sake. Or at his
that guy
cost.
has had to do basically nothing.
That guy, he's just 0-0-0. He just basically hasn't been involved. Flash is going to be dumped there. Oh my God, looking for the drop down, but it's going to be Lightning Fast and back. Sight finds 2. Jing will be able to clean up another one. Okay, just swinging across the rope like Tarzan. It's a clean up there. Weapon recovered from Mind Freak. Potential for them to turn the tides of this round. There's the dash around. Mind Freak snappy with it. Does manage to find that further elimination, but Benkai will get himself on the board. Will get an extra ult charge, and the op will be recovered as GE move up to 4.
Devi now 2 away from that lockdown. Both Sages have their res. So even if you maybe lose a player early to Pawrty's operator, potential there. Let's get that back. Just lightning fast, just holding it down behind that box. So many times seen it be difficult to clear players behind that box. Lightning fast works a treat. Toxic screen setting up towards B, but the spike hasn't been picked up just yet, so for now, Paper X just exploring territory, seeing what's going on. Something taking a fair amount of damage though, down to 63 health. Can get healed up a bit.
Yeah, he'll go to push him back to 100. They also have the res online from Jing. Jing peeking out. Not quite going to be able to find that punish here. Taking assessing. As now they're going to work their way over towards A. It is only Lightning Fast here for the moment. Benkai not too far off.
Looks like this one should be a little bit easier. Put the slow orb up at Lightning Fast angle. Trying to spam through, knowing that it's likely the high plant, getting a lot of damage in a first
Plant हो गया अच्छी यार ये round तो
still on cooldown, not for how much longer here.
ये round तो मुश्किल है.
For now, Sight very much in the hands of Paper X. 0 point to further slow them up. That tailwind about to expire. Dizzy, a bit of a botch there. Drop down off the top. Lightning Fast does fall, but Russ quick to trade it out. 4v4 time working against them. Jing up over the top, finds one. The dash into backside. Now Pawrty and Russ both just completely stranded. They will get picked off as Paper X get themselves on the board here in round number 5.
Yeah, and I love the way Mind Freak is playing the flank angle here for Paper X. You don't get to see it on the camera, but he was doing a great job kind of maneuvering himself around the edges, making it really challenging. Blaze King to get in. Got the kill on him fairly easily, it looked like. But a good hold. Good cover fire for each other there for Paper X. And that's kind of what they're going to need. Divide, though. No all torch that round. Just saying.
round match, match.
Still has a considerable lead.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's only 2 away.
मैं मायूस ही नहीं हुआ हूँ.
Ooh,
अब
jiggle
peek
there,
मत लेना
something.
operator.
Attack up in play. Tagged up again, but not nearly as much as last time. As Ben kind of thinking about going on a bit of a walkabout through 2.
Mind Freak's ready.
बैंक का ही तो मर गया. नहीं बच जाएगा.
Open a random spray there. There's the swing.
अरे,
Freak wins out on the fight.
मेरे को लगा निकल के जाएगा बाहर वो.
Polvi now trying to play anti-flash. Almost tries to go for that unscoped shot. Trying to get that no-scope rather. As Rez comes through, Benkai back to next Polvi. Scoping through. Ends up getting Jing. Takes down Blaze King though. Getting the repunish. The back and forth.
Spike planted.
As he goes up over the top, Russ can just play in behind the wall. Maybe he can just send the thrash. No. It's going to be the wingman first and foremost. Finds a shot. Gets taken down. Swing shot wide, something unblinded. Just one ball doesn't really matter too much. By now, just going to be sat back. Holding on to his weapon, it would seem. As that is going to be Global Esports not allowing for Paper X to tie 2 rounds together. They get themselves now up to 5.
Yeah, these retakes are so good for Global Esports. They're so well coordinated. Polvi so ready for that wide swing from Jing. Takes him down early. Just, you know, Paper X just gets so ambitious sometimes. And Jing, you know, felt like he probably could get the drop on him. Almost did.
Yep.
But Mind Freak, again, good in the lurks, but the response was there this time from the side of GE. Yeah, Paper X here. Gonna be popping a timeout, and maybe not so much with the smiles right now for Alex. After a very clean sunset, things not looking so good to start on Icebox.
Yeah, I mean, already beating the score of the previous map was that 13-4 closeout by Paper X, so I think if that tells us anything, it's that Global Esports are officially better than NRG.
Yeah, I just love how you take every opportunity you can to dunk on the other regions, and I mean that. I love it. Keep doing it.
I mean, you gotta have banter.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, keep doing it.
Well, let's see if Global can keep doing it here, because so far it has been very, very good.
You got any C9 bangers in you after they got beat up by 100 Thieves?
Didn't bother to watch the game.
Yeah.
Got nothing to go off of.
Well, you didn't miss much. I keyed.
Well, nearly 5 ults ready to go here for Paper X. Devi just 1 off of that charge.
Yeah, this should be kind of a must-win round here for Paper X with all these ults available. You still have the Thrash for Russ. Could come into play. Nanos are spread out. There's the null command and just take it right out
You
the air.
are dead, as Forsaken going to be hitting the ground. Granted, is Rez the bull,
Oh
but
my.
now something picked off as well. Forsaken going to be brought back in here to the round. Jing finds lightning fast, and now, I mean, even if they wanted to, they could just go ahead and try to res something. Russ comes away with 2. Now it's just Benkai and Blaze King to try to save the day, but Benkai ends up getting picked off, and Blaze King now arriving. Here's the spike getting planted. Swing on the corners, able to isolate 1, but Forsaken brought back in, is able to find 3 kills in total in the round to get Paper X their 2nd overall.
Yeah, it must be nice to have 2 extra lives in a round, because that actually is what it ends up being the difference maker there for Paper X. Get the res on Forsaken off of his null command, and then you have Jing's res. By great shots, good cover. Russ got a nice 2-piece in there, but Forsaken ready for somebody up on the wall. Able to take him down. Now the counter timeout from GE. Kind of a fast one there. I mean, I thought GE didn't do too much wrong there. Just so many ults for Paper X to work with. Maybe just planning for the lockdown that's going to come through for Devi.
Could be any number of things, honestly. Maybe, you know, a comms breakdown in the round, something that they want to make sure isn't going to end up getting expounded on.
For sure.
Or exacerbated, I should say.
Yeah, that's something that'll make coaches real angry real fast, is when their players aren't calming properly or enough. And that'll tilt most coaches. They want to get ahead of that for sure. That can really send a map askew. I mean,
but see if it works. I mean, it could. Again, it could be anything. It could be something very minor that they noticed that gave Paper Rex the edge back in. Let's see how they fare though as we go into round number 8. Still 3 ults to work with here, and yep, Devi was able to get the lockdown available. Benkai still just halfway there, 1-3-1. Hasn't needed to be as involved in the success for GE so far.
No. Oh.
It's okay, Pawrty finding one, but then getting punished. Having just burned the res in the previous round, Mind Freak cannot be brought back into play. Then we forward, lightning fast. Watching forward, pulls back. Unbarrel maybe spotted there by something, and yeah, it seems like it almost certainly was.
Might lift himself up on top of 410. At least considered it.
Oh, the rope across coming through. There's now the wall. Looks to get tucked into the corner. And as they both just come swinging around, Lightning Fast will get taken down. Benkai with the off, able to find the shot as something will fall. He can slow it up. These Nano Swarms wreaking havoc on the A side. So for now, Spike not planted. Devi in quite deep.
You should run.
Cuts back away across the opposite side, and that's going to be the lockdown now invested. No way to clear this one out. Mosh already committed. And we'll just have to respect this and pull back.
I still have the Thrash for this attempted retake, though. Do some pretty big damage. Here you go. Lead the way. At least get the info on their positioning. Spread out. Already weakened is Forsaken.
Thrash it, but no catch. Drop down. Oh, man. Mid-air shot. Devi able to find Blaze King. Russ trades it back.
Last player standing.
Benkai now, though, on its lonesome.
One enemy remaining.
And he will be able to take down one, but he can't get both of his former brothers. Jing will be the last one standing here for Paper Rex as they get themselves a 3rd round victory.
Yeah, Jing with some great senses in this round. Catches Russ sleeping a little bit.
Oh, that's how that happened.
Yeah. And then right there to bail out Forsaken. Instantly ready for that push at the end from Benkai. Really smart stuff from him in that round. Now starting to claw back into this are Paper Rex.
Timeout not leading to the round victory here for them, but still some money to work with, but half shields for pretty much everybody. Pawrty. Knives drawn and oh, just not expecting the rush up there from something. Dashes across, couple shots exchanged, looks for the kill, can't quite find it. Lightning Fast will be able to get Jing, but then is taken out, traded out. Oh, there's Russ. I mean, it's just a bloody back and forth between the two squads, but on the Paper Rex, looking a little bit better in. Have the man advantage now, the pit down on the site. Benkai spotted as Forsaken plays in that tiny little gap. Blaze King, I mean, granted, for a retake into a pit, the judge, not going to be the worst weapon to have in your hands, but I mean, just the thought of it right now seems nigh impossible for him.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to even feel comfortable enough to get a gun in there. You were trying to maybe grab one and leave for the save. Instead, going to try the drop down, it looks like.
Oh! Finds one. It's Devi taken care of, but there's still snake bites in the mix here for Mind Freak. He's just going to drop the pit. Blaze King for swinging the corner. We'll take Forsaken down to 66, but cannot confirm the kill. Paper X continue to claw it back now. 3 rounds consecutively here for them. One away from tying it up.
Yeah, this is just a good read here by Paper Rex. Get it quickly up on top of that belt. Cut off any hope of that Blade Storm doing much damage. Holding some good angles there. Smart to drop the pit. Don't let that judge do any more damage. Mind Freak, as always, on the ball. Now Benkai has his ult.
All right, Pawrty didn't even use the knives. He still has that for this round.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, you're right. Thought he popped it. There he goes.
Up and over the top of tube is Blaze King about to collide with Mind Freak and takes him down. My judge does not do that.
No, mine doesn't either.
So one tap at that distance.
My judge would have left him with about a
99 HP.
Yeah.
You know, set up.
Oh, Jing.
Devi on a really big lurk.
Look at Benkai. It's tucked right into the nest. Kind of reading that that's where they like to go.
Staying covered. He is going to be able to profit from it. Finds one, something. Now take it down, Pawrty. Find that elimination, but as the flash comes through, Forsaken gets the headshot. Pawrty gets eliminated. Problem is, Devi, he is not with him right now. Forsaken stuck here on the site, drops down, spots one. That's the kill coming through, but now Devi striking. Does manage to get rid of Blaze King. Lightning fast, however. Weapon recovered. So check and see if there's an orb available, and it is. He's got the res now. Just needs to try to find a target. Instead, oh, jiggles out. Spots him. Now he's going to be backing away. There's no corpses for him to try to play with.
30
here,
seconds
as
left.
he's just not going to be able to use that ult.
Try to play for time. Going to set up the turret. Try to give himself the opportunity to plant.
Clear out on the turret. Devi sticks it at backside. He's thinking about swinging. It's spotted, but as that shot comes through, the challenge is there. And Devi is up to task. 5-5, Paper Rex running this one back.
Oh, man. I mean, that lurk almost didn't quite work. Forsaken there, a little bit lost in the sauce. Trying to figure out where those opponents are. Dropped down and got cut down immediately. Fortunately for him, Devi had just gotten to the bridge. Was able to get that kill. And then lightning fast. Never able to get comfortable enough to find that res. Devi doing a good job recognizing the situation, knowing that he had to push him back. Set up the turret, get the plant. So smart is Devi.
Here.
And there's that angle again.
Something with a bit of a fake out over towards B, but given the forward lurk now from Blaze King, I think they're very confident that no one was pushing up there.
Here.
Wolfie does get noted by the 0 point. Watching it belt for the moment with the operator in hand. Tries to go for a snapshot, but it's instead going to be Russ who comes away with one, but now Forsaken and Jing one apiece. The res through. The man advantage very much in the hands of Paper Rex. Wall comes up, lightning fast. Trying to stay tucked here in backside, but does get noted there. Spotted by something.
So aware is Mind Freak. These lurks from Blaze King.
Creeps up and lightning fast. I don't think just didn't quite recognize Forsaken's positioning there. It's Jing just chasing across, looking for the punish. I mean, I think it's friendly, but it's also very much personal as they chase in, looking to try to eliminate Benkai. They will be able to do it. Paper Rex now get themselves up to 6.
It's 5 in a row for Paper Rex on an absolute tear. And just reading this situation so well, they get caught off guard, but their reactions are so good. They're able to turn a disadvantageous situation into an advantageous one. And then, you know, Blaze King is trying to hoof it quickly out of B, get over there, you know, to try to set up this crunch play to really just sort of keep Paper Rex confused, but they're so fast to react. Mind Freak just never takes his eye off that backside. I mean, he's so smart. He's so aware of the space.
Killed my bot.
Now, on the back foot is GE trying to figure out what they can do, so it's a more of a retake setup. Other than Blaze King, who was playing a little bit close, but starting to feel the pressure. Oh, the KJ utility from Benkai already disappearing into the nether. He does have a lockdown. They do have a thrash. They have the ultimate advantage. Lightning fast with a res. It's just, are they going to be able to get into it?
Thrash from Russ just going to be scouting out around A. Nothing spotted. The call comes in here from Blaze King. Hearing the one above. Jing trying to steady that aim, but just absolutely cannot. Blaze King finds the headshot. Does take him down. Forsaken, though. Lurking forward. Tucked away here in the cubby. The run coming through. Benkai taken down. Blaze King with the challenge, however, is able to find that second kill. Lockdown, however, invested from Devi. Thrashing back up, cleared out. Something trying to dash back in behind Yellow, but does get punished as Blaze King finds 3. It's finally brought to an end. The rush forward, trying to get rid of this lockdown. One player detained. Time still ticking. Mind Freak with a third, swaps over to the Classic, pushing up into the smoke, gets the spot, gets the kill. Can he get the ace? He cannot. Benkai will find that elimination, get another one. Devi just giving it to him, as Paper X know that they have the round.
6 in a row for Paper X there to close out that half. Just got the feel underneath them, started cutting them down, and it's been rough sledding for GE. Such a hot start. Polvi looking great. Lightning fast, having a good one again on this map. Once Paper X started to get a read, started playing for their trades really nicely, things got difficult. And some hero plays along the way, of course. Devi with a good clutch. Mind Freak there coming up absolutely huge. Tucked himself in behind that box with that detain, and they had no idea. They never assumed that he could have gotten there. So smart is Mind Freak, man.
How about a shout out to all our co-streamers?
Yeah.
Alex takes
Protection.
Oh boy.
That's the sign of the day right there.
That's a pretty solid one. A hearty chuckle out of both of us. Let's see who's going to be laughing on the other side of this half, though. Still smiles for the side of Alex. I mean, had to intervene once, got the round win. We saw the instant call from Global. And then from there, it was 5 consecutive rounds for Paper Rex. So 1 timeout apiece left for these teams.
And even with something struggling a little bit there on that attacker side, 5 and 12. Forsaken, Mind Freak, and Jing really stepping up to the plate, keeping this very much in Paper X favor. Their defender side a little bit better than their attackers last time. See if they can continue to find success. Big pistol now. As turret's going to go up there in towards Boiler, but it's set up for a deep push from GE. So Devi here expecting, you know, maybe a counter lurk eventually if they do get the plant, or just a full-on mid push towards A. But right now, GE is wary. Some kind of exit from tube. You got the turret set up for that. You got 3 players there, but here they go.
They're starting to creep their way up. Poison Orb there. Wall just going to be coming through. No ambiguity about it, but they're pushing into this 4-man stack. Is Forsaken finding that first kill. Hopefully now Russ taken down. Another wall, a full flash, and Lightning Fast is absolutely screwed. Isolated, all on his lonesome and taken out. Blaze King unable to find the headshot. And Benkai's going, guys, what has happened?
That went very wrong.
Jing, out the window. I think he actually hit him in midair while jumping out the window. I believe that was Jing's shot. Either way, a flawless in the pistol. Paper X tying things up in that regard, but
this is
meta-wise, they're stretching their lead.
Yeah, this is an awesome setup here for Paper X because there's a lot of fallback plans that they have. So that turret there can be used if there's a full-on mid-push or if there needs to be an A retake for some safety on your flank. And then you can set up 4 on the back of that, because you have a lot of ability to maneuver around the backside of the map safely, knowing that some of your bases are covered. And GE just walks right into it. Love the planning on that pistol round from Paper Rex. Really, really heady stuff.
Zero on point just catches everybody. They know that this is going to be a rush. Flash coming through. A little bit of spray down. Snake bite to try to slow things up. For now, no big commitment here from Global.
Poison's off.
Trying to maybe sell a double pump, but not gonna happen.
Pump the brakes, Devi. Does manage to find 2 there with that. Ends up falling as Forsaken gets a collat, I suppose, onto Blaze King and Benkai there to finish things off.
Please show us. I want to see this. Oh, Devi.
Chris from Devi.
Oh!
As
unfair. The ghost collat. When was the last time you saw one of those?
Here.
Fairly rare occurrence.
Yeah. Something with an outlaw. A couple rifles for Mind Freak
he
and
had
Devi.
that last round. He just didn't get to use it.
Yeah, right.
Jing getting across. As there's the watch, and okay, something. Not really respecting the Dizzy. Maybe thought that a teammate was going to be able to clear that one out. Either way, he ends up falling now. Forsaken gone. Jing now making his presence known. Sends up the wall. It's back across the opposite way to try to keep himself protected from these shots, but looks like it's only a matter of time before they find him. Maybe actually they're going to run out of bullets. Russ still got 30 left.
And he drew so much attention that Devi was able to get a kill in there. That's so smart.
Yeah, I mean, Lightning Fast dead. Benkai, he's stuck at 10 HP.
And GE's left scratching their heads. And now look at this. They're going to make a push through middle. Trying to see if they can get around the backside. Now, the turret is there for GE if that flank continues.
They have no ammo. Benkai's got 29. They're going to have to recover some weapons.
There's a couple on the ground. Just got to get there. Turret. Trying to give the information over. And it will be continued push towards A. Couple nanos as well on the site.
30 seconds left.
Divide to play with. Oh my God.
Going, but yeah, gets the cleanup on that wingman, gets the headshot onto Rust. Divide just so damn clean. Jing does get taken down, even though he's got plenty of ammo. Divide will not give him the time of day, won't give him the window of opportunity. Slams it right in his face. 10-5, and with the timer stuck, looks like Global are going to be calling their final timeout.
Yeah, that's 9 in a row now for Paper Rex. Just so smart from Jing there. Keep himself just protected with his own wall. Divide takes full advantage of it. Man, Divide.
Nice.
Absolutely incredible.
I think I heard that all right.
Yeah.
Something's influencing the team.
Yeah,
There's no bounds.
yeah. He brings a little a regional flavor with him.
Well, plenty to be said here in the GE camp. There's Alex. I mean, it looks like he's just asking, like, what do you guys want to do after?
Yeah, what are you guys hungry for?
Barbecue? Chicken? Just has not had to intervene here. This streak has just been, you know, from one half into the other. Like you said, 9 consecutive. It was a hot start for Global, but all the gas seemingly siphoned right out of the tank here by Paper X.
Yeah, and this is just Paper X at their most fearsome. When they're fast and they're furious and they're thinking on their feet and they're getting ahead of you mentally, that just is even worse because they're so damn good individually with their mechanics. And if they could start out-planning you, out-strategizing you, you know, they do it time and time again. A lot of people kind of get lost in their aggressive nature. Jing's going to take a push down too, but hiding around the corner was Blaze King, and instead it's just to clear the turret quick. A lot of util in the way here.
Shots across, Divide sat here on site, is able to find Polvi, but Benkai takes him down. Ball now raised, very quickly dealt with. It's Blaze King going on this flank. Gets himself into a decent position, but still hears footsteps and gets the shot as something tries to cut across. Kill found, Forsaken swinging out, instant headshot on the Rust, but lightning fast straight to back, and Blaze King finds his second. Jing now dead, Mind Freak. He'll get another one to continue to do some damage, but cannot clutch it out. Global will finally break the win streak, get themselves a 6th round win.
Yeah, huge win here. Nice lurk from Blaze King, finally able to find some value out of those positions. And just, you know, Polvi here just sending himself in to buy a little bit of space and time, get the positioning, cutting off the rotation, snappy shots from Blaze King. There you go. Somebody ride down that slide.
I'd love to see that.
That would be amazing. Oh, something.
I mean, seeing such a forward position here.
He does this so much.
Dizzy over the top, trying to exit. Does manage to make it out this time, just getting clipped in the ankle.
Why not try it again? They'll never expect it, right?
Oh. I guess Rust, yeah, just not jiggling wide enough to actually identify that something had moved back up.
It's all Divide there, though.
Yeah.
Could just spam through Nest here if they so choose. Oh my God.
Something with a quick flick. Finds Polvi. That's the spike now. Does get recovered. Jump there from Lightning Fast, able to find it. Mind Freak taken down to 17. That's the drop back as Benkai. I'd love to open up this B site.
Oh, look at Jing and Divide. Already starting to cut underneath tube. Trying to get ahead of these rotations. 0 point there to check Kitchen. Benkai is going to dodge it, but let's see if he can do any more damage. Let's see if they check. Oh, they don't know. Huge play for Benkai.
He'll find one, but there's a lot more that he has to do. Mind Freak, he'll back up the full, and he's not ready for the third player to come out of Kitchen.
Spike planted.
Divide with a lockdown. Might just end up investing that one here, but first they have to get on the approach, get a little bit closer. Blaze King finally able to stabilize that ADS, finds the kill, is expecting something on that jump out, but just cannot get the punish. He ends up falling. Divide stops in his tracks, instantly finds the headshot.
Divide's been insane. He is just so on point with his shots right now. He's just unstoppable, it feels like. Everything is a headshot. This is just a great re-aggress from something. This flick here, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love what Benkai does. That's classic Benkai. Find that ratty position. Players don't expect and get value out of it, but just still not able to convert our GE. So challenging to get through this Paper X team, who's being very active on the map, very mobile. I really like what I'm seeing, especially from Devi and Jing. If they don't get contact early, they're happy to try to push in towards mid. Speaking of pushing.
Something at it again, this time on the opposite side of the map. Let's see if he spots anything at all there in Garage. Continuing to inch forward, and Polvi, quick with a headshot, does manage to shut it down.
Maybe a bit too aggressive.
Well, they'll start to back away. Peek out over towards green. Nothing noted there for Paper X. Now is just Devi here on the site.
Should be hearing those footsteps, yeah.
Now going to be heard. Turret gets cleared out.
Nice lure.
Does he send through? Not spotting anybody there as the alarm bot will get cleared. Devi watching. Drives across. What is that headshot? Finds Russ. Jing in the meantime. Out lightning fast. Cleanup is going to be there here on the side as Blaze King also catches Mind Freak. So it's now down to Forsaken. Fragment sent. Unable to get the interrupt there, so Spike still planted. Here's the rope. Looks for the shot. Swings out. Is going to be able to find Colby, but Blaze King with 3. Will answer back around win for Global. Now up to 7.
Able to work the map a little bit. Catch something. Trying to get aggressive again with the Zop. Take that out of the equation. Shift over to the other side of the map. Some really nice slow orbs there from Jing at both entry points towards A on the opposite sides of 410. To slow things up, buy a little bit of time for Devi, but it's a full press from GE. Playing great there is Blaze King, leading the charge. Gets 3 for it.
Oh my god,
That's what I was saying, bro. It's a phenomenal round. Polvi with the blades.
Knives drawn out here. Something. Spotting that shoulder for a quick little moment. Crash. Chasing forward. Polvi looking to lead the way. Jing, though, top screens. Is this going to be expected? Percent down from now. It's just snake bites into backside to try to flush somebody out, try to get some damage. Jing now, presence noted. He's able to find Russ.
Oh, what a flash.
Flash across, Polvi not getting full blinded by that one. Does have the frenzy in hand as well as Benkai's going to be able to collect 2. Forsaken down on the ground. He is going to be res-able if they can try to find their way over to him. Mind Freak getting Polvi. They can just res him. They can bring him right back into the round. This one just getting away from Global. All starting with Jing boosted up on screens. Match point now here in the hands of Paper X. Global need 5 consecutive.
And this is great patience from Paper X. Right from the go, playing for retake, boys. And it works a treat. Jing's so smart with his positioning. Devi is feeling unstoppable right now. I mean, what a map he's having. 19, 12, and 1. Doesn't need any help. He's just that damn good.
Not just the map, it's the series.
Yep.
Very consistent across the board. Clear it on the Dizzy. They know that somebody's going to be there in Nest, and that's when something strikes. Swinging around here on the ground floor. Finds one, looks for a little bit more. Can't quite line it up. Rez used Russ back into the fight as Jing walls it off, boots himself up, and swings back in to put him right back into the grave. Follow-up damage found. Heal has to be used. Now their own res brings something right back into the mix. That man advantage maintained here, ensured by Paper X.
Devi has a lockdown to clear the potential pit. I mean, Benkai has one as well, but oh my god,
Swing across, nearly snipes him out of the sky. Flash going through, Polvi back yellow. Does manage to find one. Forsaken going to be taken down. Lockdown now invested. Devi just going to be respecting this, playing this one out patiently. Whereas something, no updrafts, so he can't try to peek up over top of the smokes. Back over to the knives, instant headshot, Benkai taken down. The dash forward, Polvi swinging around the backhand side with Mind Freak. Dropping down off the top rope, finds him, Blaze King needs to do it again, but he cannot. Will only find the one elimination as he gets cleaned up. Paper X seems like they are absolutely